evening and welcome to Victory Field in downtown Indianapolis for tonight's Victory Field Classic between number 3 Center Grove and Brownsburg. Hello, one Kevin Conrad along with Rick Embry and Rick Sauter. We welcome everyone to Center Grove Baseball, proudly presented tonight by Circle City Cinema. Well, Rick, a little bit of a delay to begin tonight's game due to rain in the area, but at the moment, field looks great. The sun is out, and we believe the rain has passed, so we're about ready for some baseball here tonight at the Vic between CG and Brownsburg.
Yeah, several intermittent showers in the area for about the last hour or so, or hour and a half, but, man, it's clear right now, Kevin, and it's beautiful out here. Obviously, this ballpark's been voted one of the top AAA stadiums in the entire minor league system, so yeah, pretty easy for them to get things put together, and no evidence of rain or anything like that. So looking forward to getting things going tonight, and what a beautiful, beautiful atmosphere here.
Also on our broadcast tonight, we have Rick Sauter, who'll be patrolling the Center Grove dugout and on-the-field reports. And let's go to Rick right now for an update. Rick Sauter, go ahead.
Thanks, Kevin. Beautiful day, as you guys indicated now. Looks clear skies, and one thing that's nice about playing at Victory Field versus Center Grove and high school fields is we have a tarp that kept the whole infield clear. So everything's looking good. Trojans seem pretty loose. The kids, I know, are excited to play a big game at a big field here like this, but everybody's kind of ready to go, and I think look to get things started. So hopefully we'll have some few insights and some interviews today to kind of pick things up a little bit on the sidebar from your guys' play-by-play.
All right, Rick Sauter from down on the field. He'll be back in just a little bit because Center Grove High School Athletic Director John Zwitt will throw out the ceremonial first pitch here in just a few minutes. So we'll go back down to Rick in just a moment, hopefully to get an interview with John Zwitt following that ceremonial first pitch. Of course, John will be retiring as athletic director here at Center Grove High School following the school year later in June. And Rick Embry, I tell you, look at this field. Again, we've been here for a couple of hours now, and we've watched a few rain showers. And, of course, they got the tarp here, and they got the great grounds.
Drainage, yeah.
Yeah, the great grounds crew here, and they had this thing covered, and it's in great shape, ready to go.
Yeah, it was pretty amazing. Their weather forecast information that they're privy to is must be a little bit better than what I get on my phone, because sure enough, when we saw them run out on the field to get that tarp on the field, it was about 5-6 minutes before that first rain shower hit, and they got that tarp completely on there, so over the infield, and then it took them no more than 5 or 10 minutes to get the tarp off once that last rain shower was through the area. So yeah, beautiful ballpark. Obviously the grounds crew's fantastic, top notch. So this field is more than ready to play, and hopefully we'll get any rain out of the area and won't have to deal with that tonight. But what a great opportunity for these kids. I mean, it's a beautiful ballpark like we talked about, and as a high school kid, being able to play this, and the flip side of that is a lot of these kids, and there's some pretty big goals and aspirations for Center Grove this year to be playing here again in mid to late June in that state championship game. So hopefully this is not the last time that we're here this year. It's the first of 2 times that we're here to cover Center Grove.
Sounds good to me. They'll be back here possibly in June. That'll be the June 18th, 19th. The state finals hosted here at Victory Field. Well, let's go ahead and take a look at our pregame notes presented by Circle City Cinema. And again, the weather partly cloudy at the moment. Again, some sunshine. Temperature here at game time, 55 degrees. Head coach for the Brownsburg Bulldogs, no stranger to Indiana baseball, Dan Roman, won a state championship back in 2004 with the Lawrence Central Bears. And, of course, the head coach for the Center Grove Trojans, Keith Hatfield, now in his 7th season as head coach for the Trojans. Center Grove in the latest Class 4A rankings this week, number 3. Brownsburg is unranked. Look at the overall records for these two teams. The Bulldogs at 10-5, and Center Grove at 17-1. The Trojans have won 15 straight. And going tonight for the Bulldogs on the mound will be a senior, Ty Matthews, and sophomore for the Center Grove Trojans will get the start tonight, and that young man will be Caden Cornetts. Well, Rick, both teams have concluded the warm-ups. We're a step closer to seeing that ceremonial first pitch by Center Grove Athletic Director John Zwitt here in just a moment, but just your thoughts about this pitching matchup here tonight.
It should be a good one. Cornetts, a very talented sophomore, one of the top 5 or 10 sophomores in the entire state of Indiana, throws hard. He's 2-0 on the year, 1.11 ERA. Only pitched 12.2 innings, but he's won his last 2 starts, and I'm sure we'll get to see. The big thing with Caden is going to be just throwing strikes. I mean, he's struck out 21 guys in 12 innings, or a little over 12 innings, but he's walked 7. So it's just keeping those walks to a minimum, and he'll be ready to go. From the Brownsburg side of things, they're not as deep a pitching staff as Center Grove has. Center Grove's already played 3 games this week, so they're into their 4th pitcher. But in all 3 of those games, their starters went deep. Whereas Brownsburg's played 2 this week against Franklin Central. They swept them, but they used 4 pitchers in those games, and one of those pitchers was Matthews, so he's coming back after just a couple days rest. So we'll see what he has in him. But really looking forward to seeing Caden Cornett, number 27, the sophomore, who throws very hard for Center Grove on the mound tonight.
So once again, we're counting down to the first pitch here in tonight's Victory Field Classic. Game 1 featuring number 3 Center Grove against Brownsburg. Game 2, Lebanon against Mooresville. We'll have the live stream of just Game 1 here tonight. Again, the Trojans and the Bulldogs. You talk about great tradition when it comes to baseball. The Bulldogs have been to the state finals 3 times, 2003, 2004, 2005. They were runner-up in 03 and 04, and they finally won that state championship in 2005. And for the Center Grove Trojans, they're still chasing their very first state championship. And, heck, the way things are going for the Trojans, it could be this year.
Yeah, on Brownsburg, obviously a great tradition, and you mentioned those 3 straight state championship games that they played in. Those were with some absolute loaded teams that were loaded from Little League on. Some of the older people listening to the broadcast probably remember them from Little League and then high school, but you got guys that are future major leaguers like Lance Lynn, who's still playing in the majors and throwing, and then also Drew Storen, who also was a fantastic pitcher, relief pitcher, and in the majors as well. So both of those guys were key cogs in that 3-year run for them. So very storied program in Brownsburg. And like you said, Kevin, Center Grove's had a fantastic year so far, won 15 in a row, ranked number 3 in the state this week, but and hoping to avenge their only loss here in another week or so when they play Columbus North. But they've had a really good season so far. Still pretty young. I mean, that's when we talk about the starting lineups here. Only 1 senior in the starting lineup for Center Grove. The rest are juniors and sophomores. So 2 very talented classes there for Center Grove. But it's not something where you want to wait and hopefully make a run next year. You want to try to get something done this year, and their pitchers have done a very good job this year and been very dominant throughout the year. So, yeah, it's 2 very good baseball programs, and as evidenced by the 17-1 mark for Center Grove and the 10-5 mark for Brownsburg.
Both teams have concluded their warm-ups, and now the grounds crew here at Victory Field are prepping the field, and again, it's in great shape despite some rain showers here this afternoon. The game obviously being a little bit delayed. They're kind of putting the first pitch at around 6:25. It might be a little bit past that now because, again, they're taking a little extra time to get this field prepped. And, Rick, the Indians are going to have their home opener coming up on Tuesday night.
Yeah, and that's I'm looking forward to that because they kind of switched up their affiliations. Not their affiliation. They're still with the Pirates, but switched up the leagues, and the minors had a pretty big redo, I guess, of the minor leagues. Several teams were dropped, but they're in a different league now, or has some different teams in their league. So I'm looking forward to seeing some new matchups that they haven't had for a few years. But yeah, they open up on Tuesday night. This is obviously, something they want to have a couple games here to get their, not only their grounds crew, but also their concession stand crew and just general parking, everything else, to give them kind of a dry run through things. And it's a pretty cool opportunity for 4 high school teams to play at a beautiful AAA stadium.
So again, the game time temperature about mid-50s. We were around 60 degrees, and the rain moved in, dropped about 5 degrees. Also going on tonight, back at Center Grove High School, the Center Grove softball team, ranked number 6 in the state in Class 4A, hosting 3A number 6 Tri-West. Again, they added to the schedule this week, so all the best to Coach Coleman and the Trojans as they're hosting Tri-West tonight. Also up at Pike High School, the Pike Relays for the Center Grove boys and girls track and field teams. So all the best to CG's track and field teams. And now they're going to bring John Zwitt, Center Grove Athletic Director, out to the pitcher's mound to throw out the ceremonial first pitch.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the front of the pitcher's mound for tonight's ceremonial first pitches. From Brownsburg East Middle School, welcome 6th graders Chase Wilson and Karsten LeBlanc. Chase, who is throwing, Karsten, who is catching, have been members of the Brownsburg Little League Purple A team for 5 years. Congratulations!
Rick, I think you threw a strike.
Right down the middle.
Well done.
We'll see if John can do it similar here for
Bud has been
Center
the
Grove.
athletic director for the past 25 years and will be retiring at the end of the school year. Over his tenure, he has built one of the most successful athletic departments in the state. On behalf of the Center Grove community, we wish John and his wife, Kristen, a happy retirement.
All right. Well done by John Zwitt. Again, going to be retiring at the conclusion of the school year. Well done. And
That's a pretty cool tribute. Pretty cool tribute
And
to
now, ladies
be
and
able to do
gentlemen,
that.
boys and girls,
And,
it's time to sharpen your
great,
pencils, ink your quills, or whatever you do to get the scorecard
great
ready.
article in the paper about
And we
John,
present tonight's
and we'll try to
starting
get some words from him once he comes off here from Rick.
yeah, we got Rick Sauter standing
First
by.
for the
Hopefully he'll be able to
Brownsburg
get a word or
Bulldogs.
two here with John. John headed towards Rick Sauter, and our Rick
Bulldogs
Sauter's
are
right
managed
there.
by
We'll get to Rick
Dan
here in
Roman.
just a moment.
Assistants J.B. McCollum,
Rick.
Zach Polis, and Nick Spence.
Stand by Rick Sauter.
First and
Now we see John headed towards Rick. Let's see if we can grab a word or two. All right, Rick, take it away with Mr. John Zwitt. Go ahead.
Hey guys, John, was that the most nervous you've been in a while out throwing that pitch, or how'd that go?
I'm more nervous about the first swing I'm going to get on the golf course this year. After the long way over.
There you go. John's had a great, distinguished career here with Center Grove Sports, and maybe ask you, what's a couple of your best memories from the athletic side?
You know, I don't think I can pick out a single game. I think just 25 years of watching kids grow and the community grow, and just watching Center Grove become more of the dominant force in the state versus what it was when we first took over.
Yeah. Well, and I was ready. You're humble because I think you're going to say watching your son play football, probably, right?
Of course, I mean, any dad likes to watch his son play. But to be honest with you, with football games at that time, I was doing so much setup and trying to get things going. I didn't really see a lot of the games itself. I don't watch film with Eric after the game to see it.
Yeah, we have to watch the film after.
That's right.
So, what's next in your career? You sound like you're moving to Florida and going to play some golf?
Yeah, we're going to move down to Sarasota, east of Sarasota, and it's a golfing subdivision down there, 36 holes, and I'm looking forward to it.
Can't beat it. All right, well, congratulations on a great career, and we appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
All right, thanks, John. All right, guys, I'll send it back to you.
All right, thank you very much. Rick Sauter, again with Center Grove Athletic Director John Zwitt. Again, throwing out the first ceremonial pitch here tonight for the Victory Field Classic. And now let's hear the introduction of the Trojans here tonight.
Trojans are managed by head coach Keith Hatfield, assistant coach John Carpenter, Jordan Reeser, and Jeff Montfort. First and on-starter, number 1, Griffin Ford. Number 5, Zach Ferguson. Number 6, Drew Young. Number 7, Asa Christie. Number 12, Dylan Alton. Number 13, Tyler Cernan. Number 16, Charlie Binks. Number 17, Jacob Murphy. Number 19, Blake Sessler. Number 21, Jacob Wilson. Number 22, Jackson Gilchrist. Number 23, Ben Murphy. Number 25, Aiden Murphy. And number 26, Brayton Spetter. And now the starting lineup for the Center Grove Trojans. Leading off, shortstop, number 15, Drew Culbertson. Batting second baseman, number 20, Sam Griffin. Batting third, center fielder, number 11, Mitchell Evans. Batting cleanup, third baseman, number 3, Owen Guilford. Owen Guilfoy. Batting fifth, first baseman, number 2, Caden Curry. Batting sixth, right fielder, number 18, Garrison Murillo. Batting seventh, designated hitter, number 9, Colin Taylor. Batting 8th from behind the plate, number 8, Grant Sala. Batting 9th, left fielder, number 9, Matthew Sauter. On the rubber for the Trojans, number 27, Caden Cornett. Ladies and gentlemen, the Center Grove Trojans. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, at this time we invite you to please rise if you're able and remove your hats and join us as we honor America with the singing of our national anthem, performed tonight by Mia's team.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streamed, and the rockets right glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Fantastic rendition of the national anthem here at Victory Field. That was special.
That was top notch there. I don't know if she's from a particular school or if she's going to be singing in the home opener for the Indians and just wanted to try things out. But wow, that was fantastic and perfect start to hopefully a perfect night.
Victory Field Classic. The Center Grove Trojans in the white uniforms trimmed in red, taking the field first. Center Grove will be the home team tonight. Again, here's a check of the defensive alignment tonight for the Center Grove Trojans. Starting on the mound, Caden Cornett, sophomore. Behind the plate, Grant Sawa, he's a sophomore. At third base, junior Owen Guilfoy. At shortstop, sophomore Drew Culbertson. Junior Sam Griffith at second base. Caden Curry Jr. at first base. In the outfield, Matthew Sauter Jr. in left. Center field is going to be Mitchell Evans. He's a junior. And Garrison Burrell, sophomore, in right field. And, Rick, we end up with Garrison Burrell, the sophomore, in right. And, oh, my, what a sophomore year he's having.
Yeah, he's had a fantastic year. And just in general, when you went through that lineup there, out of the starting 9 out on the field, you got 4 sophomores and 5 juniors out there. So a very young but very, very talented Center Grove lineup out there, as evidenced by their 17-1 record and really complete domination so far. They've outscored their opponents this year, Kevin, in 18 games, 200 to 35. So they're allowing 1.9 runs a game and scoring 10.9 runs a game. So they've been absolutely dominant this entire year, with the exception of the one loss that they had this year to Columbus North early in the season. So we'll see if they're able to maintain that and have another good performance tonight.
Center fielder number 3, Wyatt Clodfelter.
Here we go.
Wyatt Clodfelter, junior center fielder, will lead things off here for the Brownsburg Bulldogs. Cornett working from the stretch, swing and a miss, and we're underway here at Victory Field.
Yeah, like I said, the key with Cornett, get on top of batters, throw strikes, let your defense work.
Couple of good fastballs, pops the mitt. 2 strikes here on Clodfelter.
And Caden's an intimidating factor out on that mound there. He's about 6'6" or so, 6'5", 6'6". And Clodfelter just gets a piece of that to stay alive.
Sophomore Grant Sawa behind the plates.
Yeah, and these guys play on the same travel team and have for several years, and so they are very familiar with each other. This sophomore battery tonight.
The 0-2 pitch. Just off the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
And that's a good location. Just try to see if he can get Clodfelter to chase, and credit Clodfelter. He laid off of that.
Cornett to the plate with the 1-2 pitch. Into right center field. Mitchell Evans got a beat on it, and now the right fielder, Burrill, calls him off. Makes the catch. 1 gone.
Yeah, good job right there. That ball did look like it was going to go towards Mitchell and center field, but then it tailed towards Burrill in right field in a routine play there. So first leadoff guy out, exactly what you want when you're Center Grove.
Senior pitcher Ty Matthews, the number 2 batter, steps up here for the Bulldogs. Takes the first one high and tight for ball 1.
Yeah, Matthews comes in batting .359 on the year, so one of the top averages, second best average on this Brownsburg team.
Lays off the high one there. Cornett falls behind. 2 balls, no strikes. Again, 1 gone. Top half of the first inning here at Victory Field. Off the plate, 3 balls, no strikes. All of a sudden, Cornett a little wild here with the number 2 batter, Matthews.
Yeah, falls behind him 3-0.
Battling back, throws a strike, and Matthews taking all the way.
Yeah, Matthews has got one of Brownsburg's 2 home runs on the year.
And loses him to a walk. So Matthews is aboard at first base, 1 gone. The number 3 batter will be Jackson Fott.
Jackson Fott.
Fott, a junior. He's the DH tonight for the Bulldogs. And now we'll get a courtesy runner at first base for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, with Matthews on the hill tonight, that's why they're going to go courtesy runner and try to keep him rested because he is a very good runner. He's got 5 steals on the year for Brownsburg.
Stephen Walsh at first base takes a hack at the first pitch. This is Jackson Fott. They try to get the double play. They do not get the double play at first base. However, Owen Guilfoy throws on to second base to get the lead runner. So 2 gone, and Fott does beat it out at first base.
Yeah, it was close. Really good job of getting the ball out of the glove by Owen Guilfoy at third base to Griffith at second, but credit Fott. He barely beat the throw to first base.
Number 4 batter, Sean Gannon, junior catcher. Again, batting in the 4-hole. 2 gone.
Gannon's batting .280 on the year.
Fought decent lead at first base. First pitch from Cornett, called a ball.
Really taking a close look at those signals. We'll see if they put the runner in motion to try to. Good play by Curry at first to dig that one out. Walsh has 1 steal, the runner at first base on the year.
From the stretch. This one's low. Sawwall kept it in front. 2 balls, no strikes. The number 4 batter, Jackson Fott. Top half of the first inning. Quick throw to first once again. Runner back in safely. Fott diving in, getting that uni a little dirty here early.
Yeah, he's really paying close attention to that runner at first.
Decent sized lead at first, and now it's ripped into center field. Plenty of room. Mitchell Evans drifting back and makes the catch.
Hit it well, just right at Mitchell in center field. So Center Grove gets out of that first inning.
The Victory Field Classic, Center Grove and Brownsburg. Live from downtown Indy, Kevin Conrad, Rick Gimbry, along with Rick Sauter with you tonight. Headed to the bottom of the 1. Trojans coming to the plate. This is Center Grove Trojan Baseball.
best about playing basketball for my high school? I like it because it's a place where my friends get to see me play. I like it because I'm playing for someone besides myself. I'm playing for everybody in my school and every person in my community.
Indiana high school sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
Welcome back to the Victory Field Classic here in downtown Indy. Kevin Conrad, Rick Sauter, Rick Embry with you tonight. A little bit of a delayed start. Trojans off to a good start, though. Cornett, sophomore, did his job. Rick Embry there in the top half of the first inning, threw strikes and had the one walk, but again, through the strikes, let his defense do the work.
That's exactly right. He got a couple fly ball outs. Last one hit pretty hard to center field, but you don't realize how vast this ballpark is. And it was pretty routine to Mitchell. So, yeah, good job at the top of the first, and now we'll see this offense work. And, wow, has this offense been fantastic on the year so far, Kevin. Batting as a team, .395, and, like I said, averaging almost 11 runs a game.
Sophomore Drew Culbertson will lead things off for the Center Grove Trojans here in the bottom of one. Takes the first pitch in there for strike one. Ty Matthews, senior, starting tonight, right-hander for the Bulldogs. This one's lifted up into center field, playable. Wyatt Clodfelter, center fielder, calls it out.
Oh.
Stumbles, but he's able to make the catch.
Wow.
As he was falling to the turf, one gone.
That was almost disaster there for Brownsburg because, he, I think, took a chunk out of that,
Second baseman,
out of
number
that
20,
grass in center
Sam
field.
Griffin.
Number 2 batter for the Center Grove Trojans, Sam Griffith, junior, second baseman. Rick, he's putting up some solid numbers here this year in his sophomore, or I should say his junior season. First pitch for Matthews, taken for ball one.
Yeah, Griffith batting .429 on the year, 3 triples, 5 doubles, 22 RBIs, 23 runs scored. So, I mean, and it's just amazing when we start talking about through all these averages and stuff, how much up and down that lineup that Center Grove has hit the ball. So, nice breaking ball there by Matthews.
1-1 pitch into right field. There's your first hit tonight in the Victory Field Classic, going to Sam Griffith of Center Grove. A single to right field.
Yeah, he just went with the pitch. A great job of hitting. Didn't try to do too much with that. Just went with it. It was on the outside part of the plate and lined that into right field for a hit. And now we'll see. Griffith, Center Grove's got 36 steals in those 18 games. So Griffith is 5 out of 6 in steal attempts so far this year.
Mitchell Evans, he leads Center Grove in about every offensive category. Takes the first one for Matthews for ball one.
Yeah, we start talking averages and everything for Mitchell Evans, and wow, .484 on the year, leads the team in homers and 6, triples and 5, doubles with 7.
Rips this one into left field, hit it right to the left fielder, makes the catch. That's Dominic Skinner and left senior for out number 2.
Yeah, that was right at him. Hit it pretty well. He would probably tell you he didn't get all of it, but a line drive right at the left fielder. So a big second out there for Ty Matthews and the Brownsburg Bulldogs.
So with 2 gone, the number 4 batter, Owen Guilfoy, junior, third baseman. Had a splendid game on Monday against the Brebeuf Braves up at Grand Park in Westfield. Center Grove was trailing 2-0. He starts off the bottom of the 7th with a solo homer, and he begins the 3-run rally for the Trojans at the bottom of the 7th. CG goes on to win that one 3-2, scoring all 3 in the bottom of the 7th. Kind of a half swing there. That one's in the dirt. They're going to appeal it to the infield umpire. He said he did not go around. So 1 ball, 1 strike to Guilfoy.
Yeah, Owen's been very solid offensively as well on the year, batting .386, 2 homers, 18 RBIs, 25 runs scored out of that cleanup position.
The 1-1 pitch lifts it up into center field, shallow center field. Clodfelter coming on, and he does make the catch. Looking at the battle of the sun a little bit. But he does handle the sun, and the Trojans get a hit, and they strand Griffith at first base. We played one complete in the Victory Field Classic here in downtown Indy. No score between number 3 Center Grove and Brownsburg. This is Center Grove Trojan baseball being presented by Circle City Cinema.
Welcome to Campbell's Highland Grill.
Campbell's Highland Grill, a family-owned Scottish-American sports grill in Greenwood. Dig into appetizing American food that you'll love, as well as traditional Scottish fare. Family-friendly and great specials, too. Kids eat free on Tuesdays. Enjoy our tasty breakfast on the weekend, and free Sundays on Sunday.
The best thing to eat on the menu is the Berkeley Turkey Club. No way, the best thing on the menu is bone BLT.
Campbell's Highland Grill in Greenwood.
Don't forget to top it off with Bellamy's bread pudding. Mmm.
Top at 2 for the Brownsburg Bulldogs. Ben Baylor, junior shortstop, will lead things off. No score between Center Grove and Brownsburg. First pitch taken in there from Cornett for ball 1. Trojans, after one complete inning, have allowed no hits. However, the Trojans do have one hit. Sam Griffith with the single for the Trojans. 1 ball, 1 strike here to the number 5 batter, Ben Baylor. Now it's a count of 2 balls, 1 strike.
Baylor comes in batting .257 on the year.
Into right field, first hit of the night for the Brownsburg Bulldogs, going to Ben Baylor, single to right. So the Trojans get a single to the right field, and now Ben Baylor does the same here to right field.
Left fielder, number 12.
Good job of hitting. We mentioned Sam Griffith in the first inning going with a pitch, and that's exactly what Baylor did. Cornett was going outside, and he just got a pitch that he could handle and just lined it in the right field. So leadoff man on for Brownsburg. We'll see what Coach does to try to move him over or kind of small ball to try to get some runs on the board.
Once again, a great job by Caden Curry at first base. That one kind of went low, and he had to scoop it out of the dirt. Quick tag. Runner back in safely.
Yeah, pretty good lead there at first base by Baylor.
Fly ball right field. Burrell has to get on his horse, and he drops it into right field. And it's going to be a single. Unless you rule it an error, we shall see. But it looked like he was having some difficulty finding the baseball because, again, he had to fight the sun.
Well, and that's always a tough ball because that ball's tailing away from you, and I think Burrell thought that he had a good beat on it, but it just got a little bit away from him. But, yeah, I mean, watching the warm-ups, he struggled in right field with that sun and battling that. So we'll see what official score. He gave him a hit.
So that's Dominic Skinner, senior left fielder, with the single. So back-to-back singles by the Brownsburg Bulldogs. The number 7 batter, Keenan LeBlanc, junior second baseman at the plate, fouls off the first one.
Yeah, attempted to bunt that first pitch to try to move those runners over.
Nobody out. Brownsburg threatening here in the top of 2. This one's low. 1 ball, 1 strike to LeBlanc.
Yeah, you got Curry in at first base, so what he really wants to do is get this ball, if he does bunt, to get it down the third base line and make that pitcher field that. Especially with Curry at first base being a left-hander, you bunt the ball to right to him, he's able to get that out pretty quickly if he tries to cut down that runner at third base.
From the stretch, a quick look back at second base to the plate. Cornett's high and outside with it. 2 balls, 1 strike. Again, Baylor and Skinner lead off the top of 2 with back-to-back singles. Nobody out.
Yeah, he's got sunglasses. Cornett's got those sunglasses that he just put behind the mound, and so the home plate umpire wants to get those off the field. Yeah, one of those situations you just got to throw strikes. You can't try to be too fine or too special. If that guy's trying to bunt the ball, you let him bunt it and take the out.
Into left field, hit well. Left fielder Sauter over his head. It'll go to the wall. Waving around one runner. The next one's going to be held up at third. The throw from Culbertson not in time. And the Brownsburg Bulldogs with a run here in the top of 2. They take an early 1-0 lead on a double RBI by the junior Keenan LeBlanc.
Yeah, that ball was smoked by LeBlanc, and LeBlanc comes in, even though he's hitting down there in the down in the 7 hole there. He comes in with a .484 batting average, so very impressive batting average for LeBlanc, and man, he put a ride into that one. So yeah, now it'll be interesting to see how. I mean, Cornett hasn't been in trouble hardly at all in his last 2 starts. We'll see how he adjusts now. Starts him off with 2 breaking balls. But, yeah, 1 run in, second and third, nobody out for Brownsburg here in the top of the second.
Jackson Parent, senior third baseman, number 8 batter at the plate. 2 balls, 1 strike. Again, Brownsburg 1 run in, runners at second and third. And, Rick, you look at the scoreboard, nobody out. Trojans need to get an out. High and tight. He's a little wild all of a sudden.
Yeah, I mean, he's got a base open, but you're not trying to really, put him on. I mean, he's a number 8 hitter.
Unless you want to set up a double play situation with the number 9 batter. 3-1 the pitch. And this will be the second walk allowed by Cornett. Bases are loaded.
We'll see what Coach Hatfield decides to do. If he decides to,
Gavin Pearson.
Yeah, number 9 hitter. Kind of got corners in a little bit. Guilfoyle at third, Curry at first. So hard hit ball to those 2, and they'll probably look to cut down the lead runner, force runner at home plate. Up the middle, they'll try to turn 2.
Gavin Pearson, he's a senior, plays in right field. Down the left field line, it's a fair ball. A couple of runs will score for the Bulldogs, and it's going to be a double for Pearson, the number 9 batter. Makes it 3-0 Brownsburg.
Just an inside-out swing there. A good job of hitting, and I mean, it just snuck just inside that third base line there for a double. But man, the bottom of the order for Brownsburg has come up huge in this inning. And right now, Center Grove finds themselves in their largest deficit since that game 3 of the year.
Runners at second and third, nobody out. Top of the order with Wyatt Clodfelter flied out to right field back in the first. Strike 1 here to Clodfelter.
So 4 hits and a walk by the bottom 5 guys in that Brownsburg lineup.
A little nubber rolls down that first base line, and it will be foul. Good job by Curry to get into foul territory to get that one.
Especially with the kind of English that ball had on there. You never know when it's going to hit a pebble or a piece of dirt. There's probably no pebbles on this field, Kevin. I shouldn't have said that. Maybe back at Center Grove or any other high school.
This reminds me a lot of Rick Embry's yard. It really does.
Exactly.
Swing and a miss.
That's a big strikeout there.
That's his first strikeout in tonight's ball game. So 1 gone. Ty Matthews, senior pitcher, walked back in the first.
Ty Matthews.
I mean, and Center Grove's given that run at third base. All the infielders are now back. So any kind of ground ball anywhere is going to score another run for Brownsburg. And Cornett's starting to throw a little bit more breaking ball and not just relying on that fastball.
Good job by Grant Sawa getting outside on that one with his body, keeping that one in front. It was low. 1 ball, 1 strike here to Ty Matthews. Once again low. 2 balls, 1 strike. Matthews walked back in the first, has a great opportunity to help himself here again. He's the senior starting pitcher tonight for the Bulldogs. This one's high. 3 balls, 1 strike to Matthews. Last report from Center Grove Softball Complex. Center Grove was leading in the second, 1-0 over Tri-West tonight. We'll keep you up to date on that score. And once again in the dirt. So a couple of walks here for Ty Matthews tonight. And that's the third walk issued by Cornett. Bases are loaded.
Yeah, that right there looked like he was working around him, not giving him anything to hit. And like you said, it's the second time that they've walked Matthews. So now you got bases loaded, 1 out. So you set up the double play ball, and here comes Coach Hatfield to talk to Cornett, and he's already got somebody warming up in the bullpen. Looks like number 25, Aiden Murphy, the junior right-hander for Center Grove, warming up.
Tonight's game being presented by Circle City Cinema, which is a movie and TV podcast discussing all aspects of entertainment with a revolving door of guests. The show is a member of the Hook Podcast Network, hosted by Zach Griffith, a Center Grove graduate. So again, big thank you to Circle City Cinema for being our presenting sponsor tonight for Center Grove baseball. Only appropriate to have Circle City Cinema as your sponsor here on the Circle City tonight.
I just can't wait to continue to hear you say that and see if you can keep that straight. Kind of a little bit of a tongue twister, even for a great broadcaster like yourself, Kevin. Now Curry's in a little bit at first base, so he might be looking at something sharp to him. He'll probably come home.
This is the number 3 batter, Jackson Fought.
First time he hit it sharply at Guilfoyle, and they almost turned 2, but Fought beat the throw to first base.
Bases loaded, 1 out. That first pitch was a strike, and now comes back with the ball, so evens up the count.
Yeah, and he's just overthrowing that fastball a little bit, having a hard time locating that so far.
This one's fouled straight back. 1 ball, 2 strikes to the number 3 batter.
And 1 ball, 2 strikes, so he's got him set up. We'll see what he comes with here. If he's already had a few balls in the dirt that Sauer's done a good job of smothering those. We'll see if he has confidence in his catcher again.
Into right field. Burrell cannot make the play. It's a sinking line drive. 2 runs will score. He'll get a single, and on the throw home, he'll advance to second base. So I give that a single. 2 runs batted in, and it's a 5-0 lead for Brownsburg.
They're rolling right now, Kevin. Credit him. Just once again, not trying to do too much with it. Not any fly balls. They're just hitting line drives to the outfield, and 1 ball, 2 strike count there. And Cornett just left it a little bit too far out in the plate, and Fought just drove that into right field and scored 2 and advanced to second and third.
Still 1 out. 5-0 Brownsburg.
Well, Center Grove's going to have to score every bit of that, their average for runs.
Sean Gannon at the plate. A fly out back in the first inning to center field. Takes the first one for ball 1. This one's outside, ball 2. Cornett had a solid first inning, but struggling here in inning number 2. He's allowed, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits here in the second. There's a strike.
9th batter to come to the plate this inning, Kevin. So, barring a double play here, Brownsburg's going to bat around. And like
on
I
the
said,
outside corner,
it really started with that, the bottom of the order. Single, double, walk, double. Bottom 5 guys in that order.
The 2-2 pitch. Off-speed pitch outside, goes to a full count. Sean Gannon Jr.
This might be the last batter for Cornett. You also got to look at how many pitches that he's thrown this inning.
3-2 payoff
Got
pitch.
him.
Swing and a miss. Gets the strikeout. 2 gone. A couple of strikeouts here in the second now for Cornett.
Shortstop, number 14, Ben Baylor.
Baylor's the one that started with a nice line drive to right field. Start out this top of the second.
Got the first hit for the Bulldogs tonight and also scored the first run. That one's in the dirt. Sawwall doing a great job keeping it in front. Fouls that one off. Another update from the Center Grove softball complex. The Trojans now lead Tri-West 2-0 into the third. Lex Warner, junior third baseman, had a squeeze bunt RBI. How about that? Playing a little small ball and softball tonight.
Yeah, from one of their big hitters, too.
She's starting to catch fire. Warner, she is really hitting the long ball. She's got a couple of home runs the last couple of games for the Center Grove softball team. This one's popped up and out of play.
Two balls, two strikes now to Baylor.
Fouls that one off, a little nubber towards the on-deck circle.
Really, really important for Cornett to try to limit the damage. Already at 5 runs this inning, 2 more guys in scoring position for Brownsburg.
2-2 pitch.
Got him.
Ooh, it looked good from here.
That did look good.
Full counts.
Maybe just a little bit inside or a little bit high.
So now full count, 2 gone here in the top of 2. 5 runs in for Brownsburg. The payoff pitch. This one's high and outside. 4th walk allowed here tonight by Caden Cornett. Bases loaded.
Left fielder, number 12, Dominic Skinner.
Dominic Skinner, senior left fielder, singled and scored earlier in this inning. Fouled that one straight back, right on it.
41 pitches by my count so far this inning for Cornett. So they're going to. Hatfield's got him in to try to let him work out of this one.
Breaking ball misses. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Skinner hit the little tailing ball to right field that Burrell wasn't able to handle earlier in this inning.
That one just missing high, too. So it's a couple of balls, 1 strike here to the number 6 batter, Dominic Skinner. This one, wild pitch, gets by Sawa, and the run will score 6-0 Brownsburg. Rick, I believe that was Ty Matthews, the pitcher, right? Scoring?
They had a courtesy runner in for him.
Sure,
again.
Gotcha.
Now 3 balls, 1 strikes as well. This is probably going to be Cornett's last batter either way. And he walks him.
5 walks allowed here by Cornett. Skinner is aboard. Bases loaded once again.
Second baseman, number 1.
Here comes Hatfield.
Keenan LeBlanc.
From the bullpen, it appears it will be number 25, Aiden Murphy, junior pitcher, in relief here in the top of 2. Tough outing here for the sophomore Caden Cornett. Had a great first inning, but here in the second inning allowing 5 hits, 6 runs. So Murphy in with a couple of outs and bases loaded. Coach Hatfield having a discussion at the pitcher's mound with the infield as he hands the ball over now to the junior, Aiden Murphy. And Rick, any numbers on Aiden Murphy?
Yeah, Aiden for the year he's pitched 6.2 innings on the year. Kevin giving up 4 hits, 5 runs, only 2 of those earned, 6 walks, 6 Ks. He's 0-1 on the year. He was the starting pitcher. Center Grove's lost to Columbus North. He has appeared 4 times, 2.10 ERA, giving up 1 homer on the year as well. So he's pitched better in the last couple games that he's pitched as well, but comes in a really tough situation here with bases loaded, 2 out, already down 6-0 here in the top of the second.
Another update from the Center Grove softball complex. Number 6, Center Grove ranked in Class 4A, leading Class 3A number 6 Tri-West. In the top of the 5th inning, 2-0. However, it's now in a lightning delay back at the Center Grove Softball Complex. So again, the Trojans in front of Tri-West 2-0 in the top of the 5th inning. Here at Victory Field in downtown Indy at the moment, we have sunny skies, no lightning, no rain. We had some rain early on, though. Delayed the start of tonight's game, but at the moment it appears weather is A-OK and field in great condition. And Rick, you look left and you look right. We have some pretty good fan support here tonight. See a lot of red and white to our left, and of course the purple and white for Brownsburg to our right.
Yeah, good turnout by both teams. Obviously a cool opportunity for not only the players but the parents and families of these kids to be able to watch their son play here at Victory Field as well. Center Grove's just got to get out of this inning and then, hopefully, just try to bit by bit try to fight back and get back in this ball game. And obviously a big part is the walks. I mean, 5 walks in this inning, or 4 walks in this inning, 5 walks total in 2 innings, and those just come around. Rarely do you see a team get 5, 6, 7 hits in a row, but man, when they can sprinkle in those walks around that, then it just amplifies those hits.
Keenan LeBlanc at the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike here to LeBlanc. He's a junior playing at second base. He had earlier in this inning that big double RBI.
Yeah, that kind of got things going. The first 2 guys got on base hits to right field, and then LeBlanc just got under one and just drilled one that just short of their warning track in left field there that scored the first 2 runs for Brownsburg and got them going.
Murphy ahead in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ground ball right back at the pitcher. Murphy throws on to first. Well done by Aiden. Takes care of LeBlanc. But what a big inning for the Brownsburg Bulldogs. 6 hits. 6 runs on the board. They lead it over the Center Grove Trojans. CG has some work to do. We're going to the bottom of 2 here in the Victory Field Classic. This is Center Grove Trojan Baseball.
This is a high school weight room. It's more like a high school classroom. I'm learning how to manage my time here. I'm learning that it's important to have goals and that it takes persistence and commitment to reach them. And I'm learning that the best way to lead is by example.
Indiana High School Sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
Caden Curry will lead things off for the Center Grove Trojans here in the bottom of 2. CG down 6-0. Trojans have some work to do. Caden Curry looks at a pitch outside for ball 1. Bulldogs putting up 5 hits, 6 runs in that top of 2. Center Grove 1 hit, no runs so far. Matthews, good fastball, but just missed the outside corner. He wanted that one.
Yeah, the important thing here for Center Grove is not think you're not going to walk up there and hit a 6-run homer, so you just got to be patient. You got to make sure they continue to make him throw strikes, and then, just bit by bit try to get back in this ball game. And that, maybe that's scratching out a couple runs in the next couple innings, and you're back in the ball game. Nice breaking ball there by Matthews, and Curry was out in front of that one.
Swing and a miss. Evens up the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Matthews doing a good job of pounding that strike zone so far tonight. He has this is the first batter he's went to 2 balls on in the first 5 batters he's faced.
Curry 3 home runs on the season, fouls that one off. 18 runs batted in, batting .340. Ooh, just missed. Where was that one, Rick Embry?
Well, the catcher's he's set up outside, and the umpire just told the Brownsburg dugout it was low. That's what he called there, not outside, but just low. Full count now.
The payoff pitch. Swing and a miss in the dirt. Catcher throws to first.
Oh.
And he is going to be out, I do believe. So it'll be a strikeout for Matthews. That'll be his first punch out tonight.
Right fielder, number 18, Garrison Burrill.
Garrison Burrill at the plate, sophomore. Impressive numbers for this young man this year. Batting .487. 3 doubles, couple of home runs. Fouls the first pitch off for Matthews.
Yeah, another gaudy batting average, like you said, batting .487 on the year is Burrill with 2 homers, 10 RBIs, 17 runs, and he's come in just hitting very well as a sophomore. Good breaking ball there by Matthews. Yeah, he went.
Appeal to the infield umpire. Said he did go, so no balls, 2 strikes to Garrison Burrill.
And Matthews just continues to pound that zone and make Center Grove get hits to ouch. Catcher took that one off the wrist, I believe. Ball was in the dirt outside.
Burrill batting number 6 here tonight in the order. The 1-2 pitch, high. 2-2 the count. You see the shadows beginning to cast over the infield here and also into the outfield, into left field here at Victory Field. This one's low, full count. Rick, you couldn't ask for a more scenic view, that is for sure.
No, they absolutely top notch, and obviously when they built this, it's hard to believe it's been 25 years.
And there is the strikeout. Backwards K. A couple of punch outs here in a row for Matthews. So with 2 gone.
But yeah, so many other things have been built up around this. Specifically that a big J.W. Mary out there in left field, just outside there, that wasn't here when they built it. But so many things in downtown have been built up over the last 25 years, and just a top-notch facility here that was part of the initial start, along with the mall a few years before that.
Colin Taylor at the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike here to the senior. He's the DH tonight.
Well, and this is a big inning for Matthews to, if he's able to set Center Grove down without getting any runs, that's a real momentum, help for Brownsburg as well. The last thing you want to do after your offense just put up 6 runs on the board is to turn around and give 2 or 3 of those back and let Center Grove back in the ball game. And he's come out just firing strikes and done a really good job this inning, at least in the first 2 batters for Center Grove.
Taylor fouls that one away. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 gone. Lifts this one also into foul territory, into the stands.
Taylor, the only senior in the batting lineup. Obviously, like you said, he's DHing tonight.
Center Grove, a very, very young team.
I don't think he went, no.
The appeal, infield umpire said he did not go around. So 2 balls, 2 strikes to Taylor. Swing and a miss. 3 consecutive strikeouts for Matthews here in the bottom of 2. Well done by Matthews, the senior pitcher for Brownsburg. We played 2 complete in the Victory Field Classic. Brownsburg 6, Center Grove, nothing. This is Center Grove Trojan Baseball.
Call Peterman for all your heating, cooling, and plumbing needs. Hi, I'm Chad Peterman.
And I'm Tyler Peterman. For over 30 years, we've been your local source for protection you can trust.
If you have issues with your HVAC or plumbing system, let the family that cares take care of your home.
Give us a call today, and your service call is free with any repair.
Or put our service to the test with a free second opinion.
Call Peterman for heating, cooling, and plumbing. Peterman's the way to go.
Welcome back to Victory Field. Kevin Conrad, Rick Sauter, Rick Embry with you tonight. Brownsburg leads Center Grove 6-zip. We begin the top of the third inning here in downtown Indy. Murphy in relief for the Trojans last inning. Got a ground out. Here in the top of three, leading things off for the Bulldogs. Jackson Parent, senior third baseman, walked and scored back in the second. Has a count at 1 ball, 2 strikes. Good pitch there by Murphy.
Yeah, Murphy's working quick, and so far, his second batter, he's come in firing strikes.
Ground ball right back at Murphy. Blocks it, throws on to first. 1 gone. He's got 2 ground outs right back at Murphy at the pitcher's mound.
Field your position, and that's what he's done twice. Finished in good spots and got a couple little weak ground balls
Number
back
13,
to him. So
Gavin Pearson.
Gavin Pearson doubled, had a couple of RBIs back in the second, also scored, hit that one down that third base line, just inside the third base line, and
scored 2.
Yeah, got a couple of runs in on that hit. Trying to put down a bunt there, fouls it off.
It's a good idea there. Obviously, a left-handed hitter, you get out of the box quicker from that left side. So, and Guilfoyle pretty deep back there at third base.
1 ball, 1 strike. Good fastball. Called a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's some oohs and ahs from the Brownsburg fans. They thought it might have been a little low.
You know what? It's been generous on both sides so far.
This one is low and in the dirt.
And that's okay. That's okay at the high school level.
2-2 the count. Once the rain moved on, beautiful night for baseball here at the Old Vic. It is hard to believe, Rick, that this is the 25th anniversary for Victory Field. It just seemed like yesterday when this was a brand-new ballpark. Still looks brand new, but they're celebrating 25 years now.
Well, and that's a great thing. Like you said, it looks brand new. They've done a great job of maintaining this and continue to add things to a different part of the ballpark. New scoreboard a few years ago that they put in, and the the things in left field and right field, the Corona and the Yingling kind of tents there in left field that they've added over the last few years. So, it's been maintained perfectly.
That one just missed. Murphy's first walk of the night. So Pearson, the number 9 batter, is aboard. Back top of the order for the Bulldogs, Wyatt Clodfelter. A fly out and a strikeout for Clodfelter. Rick, the damage really done by the Bulldogs was the bottom of the order, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9.
Yep, they're only 1 hit out of the first 4 batters in the order, and 4 hits, and 4 walks out of the bottom 5. So those are the guys, like you said, that have done the damage so far for Brownsburg.
There goes the runner.
Little hit and run.
Foul tips it. Runner will have to go back to first base. Clodfelter again 0 for 2 tonight. Looking down at the third base coach, going through the signs. This one's a line drive into left center field. Runner being
second base.
Being waved to third base, and he's going to end up at second base with a double. Runners at second and third. Rick wanted to see that throw go to second base to try and keep Clodfelter from advancing, but he'll end up at second base and Pearson all the way to third base.
Yeah, there was no way that they were going to get the guy at third base, so that's one of those plays that you got to make sure you just throw the ball to second base and try to get that guy at first base and keep your double play alive. But a good line drive there by Clodfelter for his first hit of the night.
So 1 gone. Runners at second and third base for the Bulldogs. The number 2 batter, Ty Matthews. A couple of walks here tonight, scored in the second. Takes the first one from Murphy for ball 1. That one's in there for a strike, evens the count. Aiden Murphy in relief last inning for Cornett. He's a junior. Works from the stretch. High and tight. 2-1.
Yeah, and it all goes back also to, the walk to the number 9 hitter after getting on top there. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Pearson. He fouled off a couple pitches and then was able to work a walk and then got on there for the top of the order.
That one hit foul in the Brownsburg bullpen. 2-2 the count.
Matthews been walked twice so far. Nice play by Sawa there. Saved a run.
Slides over, kept it in front. Catchers never get enough credit, do they?
No, they don't, Kevin. Spoken like a true former catcher right there. That was a nice play by Grant.
Sure was. When you got a runner at third base, you become a human backstop. You just cannot allow anything past you. That's where you try to help out your pitcher as well. They're going to throw them in the dirt with that off-speed stuff. So you got to do everything you can to keep your pitcher confident, keep that ball in front. Ooh, nice off-speed pitch.
Yeah,
he just got a piece of it. Matthews hangs alive.
Yeah, and that's what also Brownsburg done a pretty good job of tonight, is just putting the ball in play and fighting off. We talked about Pearson there in the 9-hole fouling off a couple pitches, and that's exactly what Matthews has done as well.
Ground ball to Culberson at shortstop. He has no play at home plate, so he gets the for sure out. But the run does score to make it now 7-zip Brownsburg.
And then you just put the ball in play, and you get another run right there.
Pearson scores. Clodfelter goes to third. 2 gone.
Jackson Fott.
Number 3 batter, Jackson Fott. Had a single, couple of RBIs back in the second. Fouls the first pitch away from Murphy.
Seven nothing now, Brownsburg.
Center Grove's 15-game winning streak in jeopardy. Still a lot of innings to play, though. Fouls that one off. Center Grove rallied on Monday after being down 2-0 to Brebeuf and won 3-2 in the bottom of the 7th. However, this one's a much, much bigger hole. Down 7-zip, half swing. He did go around, and that will be a strikeout, the first one for Murphy in relief in tonight's ball game. We're headed to the bottom of 3 here at the Victory Field Classic. Brownsburg 7, Center Grove 0. This is Center Grove Trojan Baseball, presented by Circle City Cinema.
this is a high school weight room. It's more like a high school classroom. I'm learning how to manage my time here. I'm learning that it's important to have goals and that it takes persistence and commitment to reach them. And I'm learning that the best way to lead is by example.
Indiana high school sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
It'll be 8-9-1 for the Center Grove Trojans here in the bottom of 3. Rick, is it too soon to put on the rally caps? Center Grove down 7-0. They got to get some runs.
You got a runner.
There's the leadoff batter aboard. Grant Sawalk hit by the pitch. So the Trojans with a runner. They need a big inning. They're down 7-zip here to begin things in the bottom of the 3rd.
Exactly what you're supposed to do. A little breaking ball, and Grant just turned the old backside and took one for the team, and leadoff runner on now. And Griffin Poor pinch running for Salwa at first base. Now you got the number 9 hitter, Matthew Sauter, up. Matthew comes in batting .300 on the year. 5 doubles, 7 RBIs.
Matthew Sauter, number 9 batter. Poor at first base. Sauter rips one down the left field line, foul.
Yeah, got a little hanging breaking ball there, and unfortunately for Matthew, he just got out in front of it a little bit. Not much break to that one by Matthews, and he got lucky that Sauter just hit that one foul.
Off the handle, right to the first baseman, and the wait a minute.
Wow. He missed that one big time.
Maybe he gets some help. Keith Hatfield will go out to appeal with the first base umpire. They called the runner out at first base Poor. It felt like he got his hand back in, and then the tag was applied. Coach Hatfield might see if there could be some help from the home plate umpire. If it is ruled the way it is at the moment, it's going to be 2 gone. Again, he hit that off the handle, a little flare, jammed it right to the first baseman. He makes the catch. That's Matthew Peck, the senior first baseman, and the tag is applied to Poor, so they're going to say he is out, so 2 gone.
Poor was in a tough spot right there because that's where Peck was catching the ball, was right in the baseline there, and as he was trying to go back, so he had to kind of wait, but then he did get low, and it appeared that his hand was on first base, and then the tag was applied, and you know what? Doesn't matter what we think. Doesn't matter what
that's right.
Coach Hatfield thinks. It's what that guy in the blue thinks, and he said he was out, and that's a big double play for Brownsburg pitcher Matthews.
So 2 gone, top of the order. Drew Culbertson, a fly out back in the first, to center field, takes the first one for War, a strike. What appeared to be maybe a good start of an inning for the Trojans offensively, and all of a sudden it went from nobody out, runner aboard, to 2 gone.
Yeah, those are just huge momentum shifts there, right there. I mean, even if you just get a pop up there, you still got a runner on, 1 out, top of the order coming back up, and instead nobody on, 2 out. 2 balls, 1 strike now. Now it was 3-0, so he walked in 4 straight.
I think the individual running the scoreboard here was a little bit confused on the counts.
I think he might have taken the half inning off. There, he's got it updated.
Sam Griffith has a lone hit tonight for the Center Grove Trojans. A single to right field back in the first. Ball 1, I do believe. Culbertson at first base, and that was called a ball. Culbertson, good lead at first. Good velocity by Matthews. Pops the mitt for strike 1.
And being down by 7, you really limit yourself as far as, you're probably not going to put guys in motion or try to get steals. And Center Grove's, had 36 steals on the year, so that takes away that part of your game.
Grounder to the shortstop. That is Baylor on to first. He got Griffith. Griffith, though, did a great job to hustle down the base path, but they do get Griffith. So the Trojans and the Bulldogs have played 3 here in the Victory Field Classic. It's all Bulldogs at the moment, leading 7-0. This is Center Grove Trojan Baseball.
This is where it all started, with one man working out of his garage. And while the garage has gotten bigger, the values and commitment to service Dad started the company with over 30 years ago still drives what we do today.
We here at Peterman are committed to doing whatever it takes to provide one thing: protection you can trust from the family that cares.
For all your heating, cooling, and plumbing needs, call Peterman, your trusted, local, Bryant factory authorized dealer.
Welcome back to Victory Field in downtown Indy. Kevin Conrad, Rick Embry with you tonight, along with Rick Sauter, who's down on the field. And Rick has an update for us from the field. Rick Sauter, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. I'm down here by the dugout. Center Grove coaches are still calm. Coach Cotfield kind of got them, as you might have saw before the last inning, just kind of telling them one hit at a time, one run at a time. We're still in this game. But you can see Brownsburg's fans and team are really fired up out here. Not what the Trojans expected. Crowd's kind of quiet a little bit, but we'll see what happens next inning or two if they can get some momentum. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you very much, Rick Sauter, from down on the field with that report. So, Rick Embry, the mood is still positive in that Center Grove dugout. That's a good thing.
That is a good thing. Obviously, credit Brownsburg. They've done a good job, specifically Ty Matthews, the last 2 innings, just shutting those big Center Grove bats down so far. He's only given up 1 hit on the night so far in 3 innings. Only thrown 40 pitches, so he's well within. Even though he threw a couple days ago, he's well within the fine limit of pitches for this week. So they'll continue to ride him, and he's doing a very good job so far.
Full counts to Sean Gannon, the number 4 batter. Pops it up right side of the field in foul territory. Caden Curry calls it out, makes the catch, 1 gone.
Good job by Murphy there, coming back down 3-1 count. Got an inside corner pitch called for a strike, and then got the pop-up from the cleanup hitter, Gannon. But now is where all the problems have started for Center Grove so far. The bottom of the order for Brownsburg so far on the game has scored 6 out of their 7 runs. They've got 4 hits from the bottom of that order and 5 walks as well. So, I mean, those guys have been fantastic in the 5 through 9 hole, starting with Ben Baylor here.
Pops it up again on the right side of the field. Sam Griffith, second baseman, calls it out, 2 gone. All of a sudden, Murphy getting some pop-ups, Rick Embry.
Yeah, he's done a good job so far this inning, and you're right, a couple infield pop-ups. So hopefully a quick inning for Center Grove, and they can come back in there and start stringing some hits together. In the high school game, that 7 innings comes pretty quickly if you throw up a couple of zeros, and Matthews so far has thrown up 3 zeros in the first 3 innings.
Dominic Skinner, single and scored in the second. Also walked in the second. He batted around in the second inning. He has a 1-1 count. That one's low, so 2 balls, 1 strike to Dominic Skinner, the senior left fielder. Rips it into right center field. Hits the gap. Cut off by Burrill. The right fielder holds him to a single. Some good piece of hitting by Skinner. He's got a couple of singles here tonight.
2 for 2 on the night, 2 singles and a walk. So Skinner is hitting the ball considerably better. That 217 average he walked in with tonight's going to go up quite a bit with the 2 for 2 performance so far.
Murphy working from the stretch.
He got him. Yep.
Great pickoff move. Caden Curry applies the tag and tags him out for the third out of the inning. Well done. Center Grove Trojans trail 7-zip here to the Brownsburg Bulldogs in the Victory Field Classic. This is Center Grove Trojan Baseball.
Pointer, the company you know as the experts in metal, offers commercial and residential signage, custom handrails, kitchen hoods, fire pits, metal panels, and more. No project is too big or small for our team. Let Pointer manage your next project relating to all things metals by calling 317-893-1193 or visit pointersheetmetal.com for more information. Pointer is proud to support the Center Grove community and surrounding areas.
Welcome back to the Victory Field Classic between Center Grove and Brownsburg. So far, all Bulldogs here tonight, leading the Trojans 7-zip as we head to the bottom of the fourth inning. Center Grove Junior Mitchell Evans at the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike here to Mitchell. Got a fly out back in the first to left field. And again, the Trojans have some work to do. Down 7-zip. The Bulldogs put up 6 big ones in the second and 1 run in the third. Center Grove only 1 hit so far in tonight's ball game, and Evans now with the count of 2 balls, 1 strike. And join us this half inning from the Indianapolis Indians, the Director of Communications, Shane Ryder. And again, Shane, we've been talking about it all night long. The Indianapolis Indians will have the home opener coming up on Tuesday as we see Mitchell Evans get a hit into left field. But I know you're very excited. Baseball is back here in Indy, and they got the home opener on Tuesday.
Yeah, home opener on Tuesday night. 7:05 first pitch right here against the Toledo Mud Hens. And, Kevin, it's been a long time coming since we've had baseball here at Victory Field. August 31st of not 2020, 2019. It's going to be 619 days. That streak will finally come to an end next Tuesday night.
We see Owen Guilfoy at the plate for the Trojans. First pitch, a fly ball to right field. Moving under it, making the catch is Gavin Pearson, Sr., and Mitchell Evans back to first base. But it is great. It's great entertainment. It's great family entertainment. There's nothing better than an Indians game. And, again, your prices are so great for the families. You got the great food. And, again, it's just a great atmosphere. And we were just talking, too, about hard to believe this is the 25th anniversary for Victory Field.
Yeah, you take a look at this ballpark. I've only been here for 4 of those 25 years, but this ballpark is still in pristine condition. If you were walking in here for the first time, you'd think, boy, is this stadium 4 or 5 years old? Well, it's 25 years old, and we're happy to celebrate that season, happy to have Indians baseball back, and most importantly, too, any amount of fans coming into this park is a good thing. We'll start at 25% for that first May homestand that runs all the way through May 16th. The hope is to increase that percentage as we move into June and July and beyond, but we'll work with the Marion County Health Department through all of that, hopefully get approval from them, and just up that number and welcome people back to this beautiful ballpark.
Caden Curry at the plate for the Trojans, number 5 batter, struck out back in the second. He has a count of 1 ball, 2 strikes. Mitchell Evans at first base. Again, we're visiting with Shane Ryder of the Indianapolis Indians, Director of Communications, and also part of the broadcast crew. And the way you're broadcasting the games this year, very interesting, at least for the road games, as we see a swing and a miss there by Curry. He is out on a strikeout now. There's a rundown as Mitchell Evans is tagged out, so that will conclude the inning. So the Brownsburg continue to make the plays. But Shane, tell us a little bit about how you're doing your radio broadcast this year, especially with the road games.
Yeah, the road games are what you've seen if you've watched any games on ESPN or anything like that, where a lot of broadcasters are not part of the traveling crew, not deemed essential workers to make the show go on. So about half of the broadcasters in the AAA East, which now has 20 teams in it, including some new teams that are going to come back to the Circle City for the first time in a long time. We're going to see the top affiliates of both the Chicago Cubs and St. Louis Cardinals here this summer. So that's exciting for our fans to get, we might be the visiting team on those nights in terms of who the fans are going to be cheering for, but we're just excited to have baseball back. But yeah, in terms of the broadcast, this first series, we're in Iowa, but Howard Kelman, who's been with us, he's in his 45th season now with the club. He's been here, he's been around the block, and he's seen a lot of good teams and a lot of championships here in Indianapolis and at Old Busch Stadium. But Howard's over there right now. He's waiting for me to get back in there and help him out. We've had a good start to the season, a 2-1 start for the Indianapolis Indians. They won on opening night 3-0, knocked off 8-3 the second night, but got back in the win column last night 5-4 over Iowa. So the series look different. The way we're broadcasting games certainly looks different. We're watching a monitor. We're relying on a good camera crew. That's the hope, is that the camera crew brought their A game for that night. Opening night was good. The Iowa Cubs actually were on Marquee Network last night and again tonight. So if you have a Fubo TV, or I think Xfinity is the cable provider that carries the Marquee Network, that's the network that carries the Chicago Cubs, and they're tapping into their minor league market and showing some Iowa Cubs baseball too.
And Shane, talking about this Victory Field Classic, I know this has been going on now for several years, where you host a doubleheader down here at the Victory Field with some local high school baseball teams. And I think this is just a great way to connect with the community.
Yeah, this is a great opportunity for these kids. This is, for a lot of kids, even at this level, you're in the highest class here with Center Grove and Brownsburg, both in Class 4A, but in terms of kids that are going to go on to the next level and play any level of college baseball, or even go into the minor leagues or eventually the big leagues, the higher you go, the harder it gets to move up. So for these kids to get this experience, to play in a park like this, and to play on a field that a lot of former big leaguers and future big leaguers will play on, that's just, you can't give them a better experience than something like that. So we're just happy to offer that opportunity. This is year number 12. We had the 1-year hiatus last year, but we're happy to bring it back and have 4 good teams out here tonight, and a really nice crowd turnout as well.
We saw Keenan LeBlanc get aboard with the single. Now a wild pitch here to Jackson Parent allows LeBlanc to get to second base. So 1 ball, no strikes here to Jackson Parent, the senior third baseman. He's the number 8 batter. He's scored and walked tonight, and also grounded out to the pitcher. And now we got a count of, let's see, was that 1 ball, 1 strike? I do believe so. One last thing for you before I let you go, Shane. I know you got a broadcast to get to as well. Again, the Indians playing a little bit later tonight on the road, but this is not only a great place to host a baseball game, but also I understand in the near future you're going to get yourself married right here in Victory Field.
Yes, I am. Actually, right where we're sitting, we're about right where the head table is supposed to be at this coming October. So October 23rd is the date. We got engaged last May, so we looked at this pandemic and said, to heck with 2020 and trying to plan a wedding. Let's just wait till 2021, try and come out on the other side of this thing and have as large of a crowd that we can hope for. We're going to try and use this outdoor seating here in the club too. So we'll have an indoor-outdoor experience. We'll just need good weather. So that's all we're asking. Not a huge ask in late October, but could be a little chilly.
All right. Shane Ryder, director of the Indianapolis Indians, also part of their broadcast group. Thank you for spending some time with us here this evening. Thank you for having this great Victory Field Classic and allowing this opportunity for these youngsters to play out here on this great venue and this great field. And all the best to you guys this year with the upcoming season and also on opening night on Tuesday.
Hey, the hope is that we see you guys here in about mid-June. We want to have you guys back here.
We mentioned that on the pregame show. We would sure love to be back here. Let me tell you, this is a great place to play baseball, and that means you're playing for a state championship.
Well, thank you very much, Kevin. Thanks for having me.
All right, thank you. Shane Ryder, again, Director of Communications here for the Indianapolis Indians, also part of the broadcast crew. Appreciate his time, and now we'll see runners at first and second base. And Rick, it was great to visit with him. This is just a fantastic venue for baseball, and I just think having the high school teams an opportunity to play here is just great.
Well, and it's fantastic that the Indians, like you said, this is the 12th year. They obviously didn't have it last year, but the 12th year that they've done this and allow these teams, and he hit it right on the head. There's a lot of these kids, even though Center Grove's got a lot of kids that are going to college, but even you're not going to see a field like this in college. You're not going to see a field like this in the minors until you play at the AAA level, and you're not going to see very many fields at the AAA level that look like this. So giving those kids the opportunity to play in this facility is a fantastic gesture by the Indians and really appreciated. Once again, bottom of the order, Kevin. Doing it again for Brownsburg. First two guys on, single and a walk.
Gavin Pearson, right fielder, he's a senior. He's trying to put down a bunt and has a count now 1 ball, 2 strikes. Salwa keeping that one in front. Murphy from the stretch. Strikes him out looking. 1 gone. Big pitch by Murphy as he battles back. Again, the first batter gets on base with a single. The next batter a walk. So he's battling back here.
Yeah, I don't think Pearson liked that one.
Not at all.
Judging by his reaction.
That's the second strikeout for Murphy since coming in relief.
You know, Aiden's done a pretty good job so far. I mean, you look at a lot of zeros. He's given up only 1 run, and now his 4th inning of work. So a really good job of coming in here. Difficult situation. He came in, bases loaded, 2 outs. Got the 3rd out in that 2nd inning, that long 2nd inning, and then gave up 1 run in the 3rd. Set him down 3 up, 3 down in the 4th, and now he's battling in the 5th.
Top of the order for the Bulldogs. Wyatt Clodfelter, 1 for 3 tonight. Doubled back in the 3rd, a strikeout in the 2nd, and a fly out to right in the 1st. Double steal. That one's in the dirt. Just a good job by Salwa to keep that one in front.
Well, they picked the right pitch to go on. A curveball in the dirt outside, and Salwa had no chance. You know, he gets a fastball right there. He's probably got a pretty good chance to throw them out at third base. But great job by Coach to pick the right. Coach Roman. And now they got 2 more runners in scoring position with less than 2 outs. Just a really good job of playing baseball by Brownsburg tonight. They come in unranked, 10-5. You know, 2 best teams on their schedule so far, Westfield and Zionsville beat them up pretty good early in the year, but they've come out bats ablazing, and Matthews has done a good job. And right there, exactly what you have to do. Just hit the ball on the ground to the right side, and you get a run. So that's just playing small ball right there. They're going to get 1 more run, at least 1 run, and only had 1 hit this inning.
Number 11, Ty Matthews.
Makes it now an 8-0 ball game. Brownsburg, runner at third base. 2 gone. Ty Matthews, a couple of walks, scored in the 2nd. Outside. 1 ball, 1 strike to Matthews.
I mean, this inning you got to walk, 2 wild pitches to get the guy to third, and then you just hit a little ground ball to the right side, and you score a run off of that. So just a good job of playing a little small ball, and you know, Brownsburg's only got 2 extra base hits on the night, 2 doubles. The rest of them are 6 singles and a lot of walks, and they've taken advantage.
Taken for a strike, 2 balls, 2 strikes. After tonight's game, Center Grove's got to bounce back tomorrow. Noon start at Trojan Field, hosting the Martinsville Artesians. That'll also be Center Grove's first-round opponent in the sectional. The sectional draw just released this past Sunday. Center Grove will play at Mooresville against the Artesians in that opening round of the sectional later this month.
A couple really good teams besides Center Grove in that sectional meet in the first-round matchup as well, Franklin and Mooresville. Both those teams split against each other in a series last week. So, and then Center Grove, Martinsville winner will play the winner of that one in the semis with Whiteland and Greenwood on the other side.
3-2 payoff pitch. It's in the dirt. Gets away from Sawwall, but not enough for the runner at third to advance. So a walk by Murphy. Matthews at first base.
Number 15, Jackson Hawk.
Jackson Font. Single, couple of RBIs back in the second. Runners at first and third, 2 gone.
Now 8 walks for Center Grove on the night, and it's very difficult to overcome those. 8 hits by Brownsburg, and then you're helped by 8 walks.
Fouls off the first pitch. So, Rick, we just had Shane on. He's going to get married here. How about Renee? Would she have liked to have been married at the baseball diamond?
Absolutely no way.
Hey, Victory
Field?
Field?
In fact, she told me, when we were dating, I used to say, hey, you'd go to the Pacer game or Colts game, and you see these people propose to each other, or the man would propose to the woman in the stands. She said, if you ever do that, I will say no in front of 60,000 people at the Colts game. So don't even think about that. I don't care how cute you think that is. I don't care how cool your buddies think you're going to be if you do that. Do not ever do that. So I listened to that, Kevin. So yeah, I can't imagine the thought of, hey, let's get married at a ballpark. While very appealing to me, probably wouldn't have went over well. I might not still be married, or never would have gotten married.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Jackson Font, number 3 batter for the Bulldogs. That one's low. 2-2 the count, and that allows the runner to advance to second base.
Grant Sawa is going to go home tonight, and black and blue marks all up and down his arms. And, Mom and Dad, Nikki and Steve, are going to have to figure out how to get those arms ready for another ball game tomorrow. Man.
Just got past Guilfoy and Culbertson.
Good throw by Sauter to home.
So give that a single and an RBI.
Nice single there, Kevin. Just out of the reach of Guilfoy. Tried to reach it, and then and just out of the reach of Culberson as well. And
Number 10, Sean Cannon.
Gets in the left field. Another run on the board, and now they get one more run and shut down Center Grove, and this ball game's over.
So runners at first and third, 9-0, all Bulldogs in the top of the 5th inning.
I don't know if Guilfoy got hurt or Culberson. They're looking at. I don't know if they're looking at their gloves or what they're looking at. Some equipment malfunction or something, but they're taking some time to. Actually, it might be Culberson.
Could
Lost something here.
Well, it could be a problem. He wears glasses. I don't know if he had a problem with the
lens came out or something.
Appears to be okay. Got it rectified, and now we'll get back to action. Runners at first and third, and we'll see some activity in the Center Grove bullpen. Up now throwing is Dylan Alting Sr. At the plate, number 4 batter, Sean Gannon, 0 for 3. Couple of flyouts, a strikeout, pops this one up. Is it playable? Curry gives it chase.
It's getting out of play.
Goes up against the turf, or the tarp, I should say, and into the stands.
Good chase by both Curry and Sam Griffith there at second base. A lot of times those pop flies that are over the first baseman's head in foul territory, much easier for that second baseman to catch that versus the first baseman's going backwards and trying to find the ball while he's going backwards. But that one just got into foul territory, into the stands.
Pops the mitt with that one, but it was high.
Murphy's still throwing with some pretty decent velocity. He's now up into the 70s pitch count wise. Center Grove's got another reliever warming up in the bullpen, Dylan Alting, senior.
2 balls, 1 strike.
And once again, you got to remember they're going to play their 5th game of the week tomorrow. So you've already used, you got a loose ball in left field now. Now pop fly.
Griffith going back, not an easy play to make. Man, that was tough. Major league pop-up, and he went into shallow right field behind first base and makes the catch to wrap up the inning. Nine zip, Brownsburg. We're headed to the bottom of the fifth here in the Victory Field Classic. This is Center Grove Trojan Baseball, being presented by Circle City Cinema.
Welcome to Campbell's Highland Grill.
Campbell's Highland Grill, a family-owned Scottish-American sports grill in Greenwood. Dig into appetizing American food that you'll love, as well as traditional Scottish fare. Family-friendly and great specials, too. Kids eat free on Tuesdays. Enjoy our tasty breakfast on the weekend, and free Sundays on Sunday.
The best thing to eat on the menu is the Berkeley Turkey Club. No way, the best thing on the menu is bone BLT.
Campbell's Highland Grill in Greenwood.
Don't forget to top it off with Bellamy's bread pudding. Mmm.
Trojans trail 9-zip here to Brownsburg at Victory Field. Bottom of 5, Harrison Burrell, number 6 batter, sophomore, struck out looking back into the second. Leads things off for the Trojans.
A lot of base runners you need.
Yeah, sure do. Need a big inning. Center Grove's 15-game winning streak in jeopardy at the moment. But you're right. You got to play for that big inning. You need base runners. Outside.
One of those things you're just looking for a little bit of help for that from that pitcher, some walks or something to get some base runners on and a couple hits and try to get some runs on the board and make this a competitive game. Brownsburg's got a person warming up in the bullpen, so I don't think – I mean – Matthews is only at 49 pitches after 4 innings, which isn't a lot. But like I said, he threw a couple days ago. I don't know how many innings he threw, but so they're probably not going to go very much longer with him, especially if the first couple guys get on. Here comes
number 9, Colin Taylor.
Here comes coach coming out to give him a talk. That's twofold. One, to just get him calmed down, tell him, hey, you got 9-run lead, those strikes, and number 2, to get that pitcher in the right field bullpen some extra time to get loose.
Tonight's Center Grove baseball game being presented by Circle City Cinema. Circle City Cinema, movie and TV podcasts, discussing all aspects of entertainment with a revolving door of guests. The show is a member of the Hook Podcast Network, hosted by Zach Griffin. So big thank you to Circle City Cinema.
So revolving door of guests, entertainment-wise, Kevin, you know, what could we do entertainment-wise? You know, would we have to go back to the 80s, like 80s bands? Would we have to go to, I mean, some of our hobbies or something like that? I don't even know what hobbies you have, Kevin. You fishing. I know you like fishing with your sons up in Canada, Michigan and Canada, when you get a chance to do that. But, you know, your hobbies are usually at one of the Center Grove sports facilities.
That's right. Softball, baseball, tennis, golf. Hey, we had golf on Monday. How about the Center Grove boys golf team winning the MIC championships? Number 7 for CG. They've won 6 of the last 7 MIC titles.
Man, they were dominant, led by Sam Slaughter through a nasty, 65 out there for the MIC champion. And
6 under.
That was fantastic, and that's another team with state championship aspirations. But
as a team, CG was 10 under par. Very impressive.
Well, you got 7 straight balls now by Matthews. He runs the count now to 3-0, and I think this is probably it. Now you got the catcher going out there to give the guy in the bullpen more opportunity to warm up.
All of a sudden, the wind's starting to pick up a little bit here at Victory Field. 3 balls, no strikes. Colin Taylor, senior DH, at the plate, struck out back in the second.
You got to figure he's taking at least 1, if not 2 pitches, trying to make Matthews throw a strike.
There's a strike, taking the whole way.
I'd probably have him take another one, honestly. Down 9 runs. Try to get a couple base runners on him. There's ball 4.
So back-to-back walks. Center Grove with runners at first and second. Again, the Trojans trying to play for a big inning.
Number 24, Trent Sala.
And here comes the coach. So that'll be all for Ty Matthews. He gave them a great 4 innings and then walked the first couple guys here in the 5th. So clearly has tired in the 5th, but man, what a great job against a very, very good Center Grove offense in those 4 innings of pitching, and only giving up 2 runs or 2 hits, 2 singles, and now we'll see who they bring into the ball game.
Hear the applause for Ty Matthews from the Brownsburg fans. He will give way here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Center Grove with a couple of runners on board and nobody out. Bulldogs in front 9-0. Boys golf team, we talked about how they won the MIC championship this past Monday. They're ranked number 2 in the state of Indiana, and they got a big day tomorrow at 1 o'clock at Prairie View Golf Club in Carmel. They'll be playing in the state preview, so all the best to Coach Robin, Coach Hoover, and the Trojans in the state preview tomorrow, playing some of the very best golf teams in the state of Indiana.
Yeah, that's usually a fun one, and like you said, state preview, so you're going to have, probably 5 to 10 of the best golf teams in the entire state. Impressive, not only that MIC title on Monday, but then they turned around and beat a very good Columbus North and Franklin team down at Franklin's home course at Hillcrest on Wednesday. So very impressive week for those guys, and they're ranked number 2 now in the state as they start to get to their home stretch here before the state tournament starts. We'll see now who's in the line, who's in the pitching. Looks like it's hard to tell the jerseys.
So a pitching change here for the Brownsburg Bulldogs. Grant Sawa at the plate. First pitch in there for strike 1.
Trying to get a number. I don't know if it's 18 or 19 out there.
Yeah,
Kevin.
that's what I was thinking. It's either 18 or 19.
Well, if it's either one of those numbers, according to their stats, this person hasn't pitched all year.
It looks like 19 to me, Rick.
So that would be he's not even on their roster either, Kevin. That's why I was looking. I was looking up on the board as well to see, and they don't have a name either because they don't have on that roster as well. So maybe a JV kid coming in there. A tough situation, even up 9-0. 2 balls, 1 strike to Grant Sauer.
From the stretch.
Another outside.
Missed outside. 3 balls, 1 strike. Three-one pitch. Takes a strike. Full count.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Coach Hatfield had the take sign on there for Grant. Like I said, you're down 9 runs. You're trying to get, kid just come out of the bullpen. He's obviously not pitched very much at the varsity level, and you want to see everything you can. And right there, you see ball 4.
3 straight walks by Bulldogs pitchers here in this inning.
Well,
bases are loaded.
Exactly what you don't want to see from the Brownsburg side is a 9-run lead, and you walk the first 3 guys. And not only the first 3 guys, but you walk 6, 7, and 8 in that lineup.
Number 14,
and
Matthew
now we'll see what they do with the number 9 hitter, Matthew Sauter.
Griffin Poor will be the courtesy runner at first base as Sauter steps up for the Trojans. Center Grove just a couple of hits here tonight in the ball game. First pitch, takes a hack at it into foul territory and now goes into the stands.
Got another pitch on the hands of Sauter, and that's what happened the first time. They jammed him, and he had that weak pop up to first base, and then they got the double play. They doubled off Poor at first base there in the 3rd inning.
Off-speed pitch into center field. Center fielder's got a beat on it, makes the catch. That's Claude Felter. And the Trojans are able to tag at 3rd and 2nd base. Run does score, so the Trojans finally get that goose egg off the scoreboard. It's now a 9-1 ball game.
But you know what? Brownsburg will trade an out for a run all day at this point.
Number 15, Drew Culbertson.
Burrell scores the run for the Trojans. And now Drew Culbertson, top of the order for the Trojans.
Trying to make it interesting. You put a 4 or 5 spot on the board here in the bottom of the 5th, and it's a completely brand new ball game. So, but Center Grove's got to put a few more hits, walks, whatever in, and got the top of the order up with some pretty lofty batting averages. We'll see what happens.
Strike 1 here to Culbertson. Runners at the corners. Sawa at first, Taylor at 3rd. That one's in the dirt. Fine job by Sean Gannon behind the plate, keeping that one in front. One and 1 the count to Culbertson. Culbertson walked his last plate appearance in the 3rd. A fly out to center back in the 1st. That one's outside. 2-1.
Brownsburg's in the same position. We talked about Center Grove, 4th and 5th games of the week. Brownsburg, even though this is only the 3rd one, they've already used 4 or 5 pitchers for the week. So same situations. You get towards the end of the game, that could be 2.
They get the runner at 2nd base and throw on to first base to get Culbertson the double play. Great execution by the Brownsburg Bulldogs. That's Keenan LeBlanc at 2nd base to Ben Taylor, the shortstop, to the first baseman, Matthew Peck, to take care of the Trojans. Here in the bottom of the 5th inning, CG does break up the scoreless game. Make it now a 9-1 contest, headed to the top of the 6th here in the Victory Field Classic. This is Trojan Baseball.
Welcome to Campbell's Highland Grill.
Campbell's Highland Grill, a family-owned Scottish-American sports grill in Greenwood. Dig into appetizing American food that you'll love, as well as traditional Scottish fare. Family-friendly and great specials, too. Kids eat free on Tuesdays. Enjoy our tasty breakfast on the weekend, and free Sundays on Sunday.
The best thing to eat on the menu is the Berkeley Turkey Club. No way, the best thing on the menu is bone BLT.
Campbell's Highland Grill in Greenwood.
Don't forget to top it off with Bellamy's bread pudding. Mmm.
Top of the 6th inning, Brownsburg leads it 9-1 over the Center Grove Trojans. For the Bulldogs here in the 6th, it'll be Ben Baylor, followed by Dominic Skinner, and then Keenan LeBlanc. Looks like a pitching change here for the Center Grove Trojans. Dylan Alting now in the ball game for the Trojans. This will be number 3 pitcher for CG used in tonight's game against the Bulldogs.
Yeah, senior right-hander for Center Grove, Dylan Alting, number 12. Pull up his stats here.
Throws a great curveball. That one called a strike, hit the outside corner.
3 appearances on the year so far for Alting. He's 1-0 with a 1.62 ERA. Only 4.1 innings pitched so far, and then another base hit for Brownsburg.
What do we call that? A seeing eye
single. They've had a couple of those, but just a really good job this entire game of just putting the ball in play. Not a lot of strikeouts from that side, and you put the ball in play and things happen. And tonight, Brownsburg has been the much better ball team.
Dominic Skinner, senior left fielder. Couple of singles. He's scored. He's walked. He's 2 for 2 tonight. 10 hits for the Bulldogs. Looks at a strike. Center Grove back at it tomorrow. Again, hosting the Martinsville Artesians at Trojan Field. Noon starts. Next week, the Trojans at Carmel Tuesday, 6 o'clock, conference game. And then hosting the Greyhounds on Wednesday, 6 o'clock. Rick and I'll be there with the live stream on Wednesday. And one would think on paper that could be the deciding series for the MIC Championship. Center Grove 10-0 in the conference, and I believe Carmel no losses, but they got a tie
9-0-1.
Against Lawrence North. So, but CG still has to play 2 more games the following week against Pike. But Rick, you sure love to at least walk away with a split with Carmel. Obviously, your druthers would be to beat them both nights, but the bare minimum a split.
Oh wow!
And he reaches out and drops that one into right field. This is going to be extra bases.
Going to score.
And he's being waved around to score. The throw from Curry, and he's tagged out at home plate.
What a great relay. Not only from Burrell, he did a great job of hitting Curry, cut off, and then on to Sawa, and they had him out by 3 feet. I never thought I'd see that. So a great relay play there.
Number 1.
Skinner 3 for 3 on the game. He just poked that one to right field. It hit the wall and kind of bounced away from Burrell a little bit, but he did a good job of staying with it. Hit your cutoff man, which was Caden Curry, and Curry threw a strike to Grant Sawa for the tag out of Ben Baylor. Yeah, that Carmel series, Kevin, like you said, the 2 top teams in the MIC, Center Grove 10-0, Carmel 9-0-1. So if Center Grove splits, then you're still ahead in the MIC, and then you just need to beat Pike 2 games. So, I mean, both those teams, another base hit to right field.
LeBlanc goes to right field. It's a single, and this time the third base coach will hold the runner at third base. So LeBlanc has a single, and a double. He's 3 for 4 tonight.
Bottom of the order, Kevin. Skinner 3 for 3. Baylor 2 for 3 from the 5 hole. Skinner 3 for 3 from the 6 hole. LeBlanc 3 for 4 from the 7 hole. Parent, who's up now, a couple walks, and Pearson 1 for 2 from the 9 hole. So I mean that is where Brownsburg has absolutely killed Center Grove.
Number 8 batter Jackson Parent walked twice, ground outs. Runners at first and third, 1 out. 1 run in so far here, or actually a couple of runs in, I do believe, here in this.
No runs in the 6th.
No runs yet in the 6th, excuse me.
Through the one guy out at the home.
That's
home
right.
plate.
That's right.
But that's the only out of the inning so far.
Popped up.
Yeah, it's out of play.
Out of play. Update from Center Grove Softball Complex. The game has continued on after a lightning delay. It's now in the top of the 8th inning. Center Grove and Tri-West tied at 2-2.
Joel Sanders, please report to guest relations.
Tri-West in Class 3A, ranked number 6. Center Grove in 4A, ranked number 6. I understand Tri-West has a very solid pitcher. So a very competitive game tonight for the Center Grove softball team back home at the CG Softball Complex. Again, tied 2-2 in the top of the 8th inning. Swing and a miss. Gets the first strikeout here for Alting. 2 gone.
Yeah, I think Parent was looking for one of those curveballs by Alting, and he just threw some high heat, and he chased it. So big second out there. I mean, Alting's given up 3 hits this inning, but they haven't scored yet. So hopefully he can wiggle out of this jam, and then Center Grove can get some of those bats going.
Number 9 batter, Gavin Pearson. Doubled, scored back in the second, got a couple of RBIs, scored after walking in the third, struck out looking in the 5th. 2 gone, runners at first and third. 9-1 is our count. Brownsburg leads it. They had the big second inning with 6 runs on the board. Follow that up with a run in the third, 2 in the 5th. Center Grove's lone run coming in the 5th. Alting starts him off with an off-speed pitch, hit the outside corner for strike 1. That one just missing. 1-1. And all of a sudden the wind has picked up.
Yes, it has.
And the temperature is dropping. Rick and I enjoying tonight's game outside.
I was enjoying it before the sun went down. The wind picked up and it got colder, Kevin.
It was good. Innings 1 through 5, but here in the top of the 6th, much different weather situation for Mother Nature. Runner takes off for second base, so he is at second. That's LeBlanc, so second and third. Two balls, 1 strike, the count. Alting's outside, 3-1.
Yeah, he's been missing on that outside part. So now he's run that full, and this is a number 9 hitter, so they're in danger of walking the bases loaded then for the top of the order.
That was, another walk. Bases loaded.
Nobody warming up in the pen, so this is Alting's inning. Now, Pearson's on for the 3rd time in 4 at-bats, 2 walks and a double. So, once again, that bottom of the order has just absolutely killed Center Grove tonight.
Top of the order with Wyatt Clodfelter. Doubled back in the 3rd. That's his lone hit tonight. He's 1 for 4. High fastball, called a ball. Also coming up tomorrow, big day for the Center Grove girls tennis team, now ranked number 7 in the state polls. They'll be playing in the McTurney at Ben Davis High School to play rounds 1, 2, and 3. All 3 rounds tomorrow. They were supposed to play round 1 last night, but because of rain, they called it off, so they're going to play all 3 rounds tomorrow at Ben Davis. So it'll be a long day for the Trojans, but all the best to Coach Debbie Burton and the Center Grove girls tennis team in the MIC tournament tomorrow.
Yeah, obviously the big dog in girls tennis, just like boys tennis, is Carmel. Carmel ranked number 2. They beat number 3 Park Tudor 3-2 this week. So that's the big one. Center Grove lost to them 4-1 earlier in the year, but it'll be each position for Center Grove. Lawrence Norris also ranked as well, like 28th or something like that. So hopefully Center Grove have a good, nice day for tennis and play 3 matches and see what happens.
Avery Moran will pinch run there at third base for Brownsburg. How about the girls track and field team? MIC champs, county champs, now #1 team in the state rankings.
That's fantastic. A couple really nice performances by the girls and the boys last Friday night in the MIC. But yeah, the girls got it done.
Boys track and field team county champs, runner-up in the MIC, moving up to #2 in the state rankings. Claude Felter now with the count of 2 balls, 1 strike. Off the plate, 3-1. No place to put him.
No. Alting struggling a little bit with control now. Walked the #9 hitter, and now he's in danger of walking the leadoff guy and walking in a run. And he does.
Reaches on a walk and gets an RBI in the process. Rick, if we get through the rest of this game without losing any paper, I won't be surprised. The wind is really starting to gust. And there's a shot into left field by Ty Matthews. He'll stop at first base. A couple of more runs scores, and it'll be runners at first and third.
Good job by Matthews, just in line shot there. He looking first pitch after Alting had walked a couple guys.
Number 15, Jackson.
Line drive to left field, 2 more runs in now, and Center Row doesn't score any in the bottom of the 6th. That's ball game. So now 12-1.
$13 hits for Brownsburg. Center Grove just 2 hits. 12-1.
And equally as important, Kevin, 10 walks that Center Grove has given up to Brownsburg. So 13 hits and 10 walks. That and just a thorough domination in this ball game by Brownsburg.
Brownsburg plays in a great conference, at Hoosier Crossroads Conference, so their record might be a little deceiving. 10-5 overall, 6-4 in conference play.
That's a much better conference in baseball than the MIC is. The MIC really is. Center Grove, Carmel, and Lawrence North is okay, but man, it really drops off after those 3 teams. And yeah, I mean, that's why Center Grove has to schedule some of these other teams to get them ready. You know, they play Zionsville here in a week. They play Brownsburg. They play, Franklin's got a really good team. They were in the opening tournament up north where they played Columbus North. And so, I mean, you got to play those teams to get ready for the postseason.
Jackson fought at the plate. Couple of singles, had a couple of RBIs back in the 2nd inning. Has a count of 2 balls, 1 strike. 3 runs in here for the Bulldogs in the top of the 6th inning. 12-1. Bulldogs lead it. Fouls that one away. So next week, we mentioned it already, Tuesday at Carmel for CG, hosting Carmel on Wednesday. They'll be at Franklin next Friday. They'll finish the county championship game that was suspended at Center Grove, and then they'll play the regular season matchup after that one. A swing and a miss. He does get the strikeout, but another big inning for the Brownsburg Bulldogs. Again, 3 runs up on the scoreboard. They lead at 12-1 over the Trojans. We're headed to the bottom of the 6th in the Victory Field Classic. This is Trojan Baseball.
This is where it all started, with one man working out of his garage. And while the garage has gotten bigger, the values and commitment to service Dad started the company with over 30 years ago still drives what we do today.
We here at Peterman are committed to doing whatever it takes to provide one thing: protection you can trust from the family that cares.
For all your heating, cooling, and plumbing needs, call Peterman, your trusted, local, Bryant factory authorized dealer.
Welcome back to Victory Field. Kevin Conrad, Rick Sauter, Rick Embry with you tonight. All Brownsburg so far, 12-1 leading the Center Grove Trojans. Pitch hitter here for CG. Senior Blake Sessler will hit for the Trojans in place of Sam Griffith.
Yeah, I like seeing this. Coach Hatfield's got a couple seniors that are going to pinch hit here. Blake Sessler and then Brayton Spetter up next. So good to see these guys get an opportunity to take their swings here. Blake comes in batting .333 on the year. One double, 3 RBIs.
Half swing, he did go. He will be called out. Strikeouts. One gone.
Number 26, Brayton Spetter.
Brayton Spetter, fantastic football player, senior. Pinch hitting now for Mitchell Evans.
Going to play football in college, Kevin. Following his brother, right?
I believe so.
Going to Butler.
Butler, I do believe you're right. Takes a strike in there.
Brayton's got a nice batting average as well, 450 on the year. 1 homer, 1 triple, 10 RBIs. So Brayton's played quite a bit. DH, playing the outfield as well. Good to see, even at a big school, and you see a lot of those on this baseball team. You see Mitchell Evans, Caden Curry, Brayton Spetter from that very powerful Center Grove football team. So multi-sport guys up the middle.
Shortstop, Finn Baylor, good arm, good range, 2 gone.
That was a good play, because he had to get rid of it quick, because Spetter can fly, and beat him by a couple steps there at first base.
Number 5, Zach Ferguson.
Another senior, Zach Ferguson, pitch hitting for Guilfoyle. Ferguson plays quite a bit at first base. We've seen him throughout the season at times. Takes a pitch in there for strike 1.
Yeah, and the thing you got to remember, we've talked about Center Grove playing a lot of sophomores and juniors, but they do have 12 seniors, and those seniors got to, a season can get quickly out of control if you have a senior class that's not welcoming of those juniors and sophomores, and this senior class has done a really good job of accepting those guys and just being team leaders and understanding that, hey, the success is more important of the team is more important than me playing every night.
1 ball, 2 strikes. And strikes him out looking. That's the ball game. 12-1 your final here at the Victory Field Classic. The Bulldogs victorious over the Center Grove Trojans, snapping Center Grove's 15-game winning streak. Just a solid game tonight by the Brownsburg Bulldogs, but it all starts with great pitching, and they got some great pitching out of their senior Ty Matthews.
You're exactly right. 4 innings, 4 strong innings, and like I said, after they got those 6 runs on the board in that second inning, the biggest thing you can do is step up there and set Center Grove down, and that's exactly what Matthews did.
Stay tuned. Coming up next, we'll have the post-game show, some final thoughts. We'll also have Rick Sauter, some final thoughts from down on the field. Final score from Victory Field in the Victory Field Classic. Brownsburg 12, Center Grove 1. This is Center Grove Trojan Baseball.
think of this as a high school weight room. It's more like a high school classroom. I'm learning how to manage my time here. I'm learning that it's important to have goals and that it takes persistence and commitment to reach them. And I'm learning that the best way to lead is by example.
Indiana high school sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
Pointer, the company you know as the experts in metal, offers commercial and residential signage, custom handrails, kitchen hoods, fire pits, metal panels, and more. No project is too big or small for our team. Let Pointer manage your next project relating to all things metals by calling 317-893-1193 or visit pointersheetmetal.com for more information. Pointer is proud to support the Center Grove community and surrounding areas.
Want to know what I like best about playing basketball for my high school? I like it because it's a place where my friends get to see me play. I like it because I'm playing for someone besides myself. I'm playing for everybody in my school and every person in my community.
Indiana high school sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
Becoming a licensed sports official is a great way to make a positive difference in the community and support the over 160,000 Indiana student athletes that participate across 22 IHSAA sports. Sports officiating allows you to stay connected to the game, become a role model for our young student athletes, earn extra money, and support the patrons and communities of our IHSAA member schools. To learn more about becoming a licensed IHSAA official, log on to ihsaa.org/officials today.
Welcome back to Victory Field one final time tonight. Center Grove losing to the Brownsburg Bulldogs 12-1, your final score. The Trojans' 15-game winning streak coming to a halt here tonight. Kevin Conrad, Rick Saunder, Rick Embry with you here on the post-game show. And let's go to our Rick Saunder, who's down in the field for some final thoughts. Rick Saunder, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. I appreciate it. Was hoping to have some victory conversations with coaches and players. That's not going to happen. So we are. I did hear some from some parents, and actually, the thought that this might actually turn out to be a good thing. I mean, it's in the conference game. The team has really played well lately, but have had a lot of blowouts. They think, just like high school kids may be at times, that they're invincible, and so that was kind of the general sentiment that just move on and got another game tomorrow, and let's get the winning streak going again. So that's kind of the general thoughts on the team. Obviously, didn't play the way they wanted to. But give Brownsburg credit. I mean, you could see their fans were all fired up. Their team, after they got a little momentum early, was really into the game, and they hit the ball well. So deserved to win, and that'll kind of wrap it up down here for me on the sideline. Back to you, Kevin.
Well, thank you very much, Rick Saunder. Thank you for all the updates today from down on the field, and some good points there made by Rick Saunder and maybe by the Center Grove parents, and the fact that the Trojans have a game tomorrow. They don't have to wait too long to get back to it and correct things. Again tonight, Rick, Embry, you look at the score line here, the stat line. Center Grove just a one run, but 2 hits. That's it. And for Brownsburg, 12 runs, 13 hits. Neither team had any errors in tonight's ball game, but the Trojans just not able to put the bat on the ball here tonight.
No, they didn't. And full credit goes to Ty Matthews for Brownsburg. He pitched an outstanding game and threw strikes, and that's the biggest thing that he did tonight, and made Center Grove put the ball in play, and they weren't able to find holes. But yeah, it's one game, and obviously you'd won 15 in a row. But you're right. Maybe you start reading your press clippings a little bit more. You've bumped up to number 3 in the state. You start thinking you're invincible. So this should definitely bring back some humility, and then you just get ready and start rolling again, starting with tomorrow, Martinsville, and then obviously a huge week next week with the MIC doubleheader against Carmel for the MIC championship, and then you got the county championship to wrap up against Franklin next Friday, and then you play the other team that you've gotten beat by next Saturday, Columbus North, who beat you bad the third game of the year. So, you move on, and it's like baseball. You got another game tomorrow.
So, Rick, this was a great opportunity for these young men to get a chance to play here at Victory Field. Again, a big thank you to the Indianapolis Indians for hosting this doubleheader here in Game 2. We're going to have another game between Mooresville and Lebanon. But, again, I think this is just a wonderful thing that the Indians does to reach out to the community and allow these youngsters this opportunity.
Yeah, absolutely. Ended up a beautiful day after that rain delay. And hopefully we'll be back here mid to late June and have a better outcome than tonight.
Rick, I appreciate your work tonight.
Thank you, Kevin.
Tonight's game was presented by Circle City Cinema and produced by CG Sports Network. Class 4A number 3, Center Grove losing to Brownsburg in 6, 12-1 your final. Center Grove now 17-2 on the season. For the Bulldogs, they improved to 11-5. Next game for the Trojans tomorrow at noon at Trojan Field against the Martinsville Artesians. Our next baseball web stream will be Wednesday when the Center Grove Trojans host the Carmel Greyhounds for a mid-game at 6 o'clock. Until next time, this is Kevin Conrad for Rick Embry and Rick Sauter saying so long, everyone, from Victory Field.